Welcome back to your daily dose of the Vuvuzela. Today we're chatting about all things HR with Chantal Kemp from HR Worx. Welcome to the Vuvuzela, Chantal.
Morning, and thank you so much for the opportunity.
Absolute pleasure. Tell us, how did you get into HR?
Well, I started in a corporate and insurance industry, so 20 odd years ago, and I started as an HR administrator and started sorting CVs, arranging interviews, and it literally, I think that's where the bug bit. And I literally found my passion in people.
That's wonderful. You are an incredibly passionate person for anybody who does know you.
Thank you.
Chantal, how long have you been operating in the Ballito area?
The 1st of September, I'll be celebrating 4 years.
Well done, congrats.
Thank you, thank you.
What are you finding currently is the main focus in terms of HR? Is it businesses coming to you or is it individuals? What's happening in the industry?
Happening in the industry, it's hard. I think lockdown has taught a lot of industries. My focus point is industry-based. Is the lockdown affected us financially? Retrenchment seems to be in the order of the day, but most companies can't afford retrenchments. You know, there's no backups, there's no savings, there's no surplus to fall on. So where I step in is we implement changes. So we look at short time, we look at temporary layoffs, so that it's not a financial burden on an employer to retrench these employees.
And are you finding that it's the small businesses or just the big business that is going through these large retrenchments?
I think both. My focus has always been to the small to medium enterprises, and the smaller fishes unfortunately had suffered more during this time.
And are governing bodies like CCMA and those sort of organizations now open?
Absolutely. CCMA actually opened before most industries. So CCMA is fully functional. They have COVID protocols in place. So don't expect your employee, when treated wrongly, not to go to CCMA. I've been there a few times during this COVID period, and it's still an unpleasant experience.
Chantal, what would your recommendation be to a small business owner who is not in the situation to be able to afford retrenchments, but is trying to do the right thing? What are the steps that they should follow?
Okay, you know, our HR Worx, our logo stands for 3 Ps: people, passion, procedures. So when it comes to people, it's having the right people in your corner, having a passionate leader, a person that can lead. You know, no one wants to go to work and feel that their boss is grumpy or shouts all day long, and having proper procedures in place is always vital. So for me during this lockdown is reevaluate your organogram. Look at your staff organogram, look at what weighs the most. You know, so maybe it's time for us to cut those dead branches, cut your losses. You know, there are ways and means that when we have a meeting and during consultation, I can find where your passion is. I can see whether you can upskill, maybe double up an employee's performance, so that at the end of the day, there's a success for both the employer and employee.
That's incredible. And it's not only, I know everything's culminated because of lockdown, obviously, and it's the harsh reality of retrenchments and those sort of things. But you also help businesses put procedures in place. This has been a time where businesses have had to adapt. So in terms of helping businesses restructure, where are you with that? What services could you offer small business there?
You know what, the first thing is COVID-19. There's no textbook stuff. We are writing history. So our attitude and our performance at the end of the day will be remembered by our staff. So for me, procedures, having a staff employee handbook, having proper disciplinary code, having core values, having integrity, loyalty, you know, trustworthy staff, to see us through this difficult time, because one day we're going to look back and maybe we'll laugh about, remember when we came to work and you had to take my temperature? Remember we had to wear masks, we had to clean our desks, we had to sanitize 100 times a day. What are we leaving behind? What does a new normal look for you? You know, is it something that we can adapt? Because the biggest mistake I think everybody can make now at this time is saying, but that's how we did it. That's how we did it in the past.
Well, Chantal, it's been incredibly interesting chatting to you today, and I have no doubt that there are going to be so many viewers out there with their own small businesses who are going to be getting in touch with you for advice and assistance through this process. So we wish you all the very best with HR Worx.
Thank you so much.
And thank you from my point of view, the help that you've given me and my small business, not only now during lockdown, but right in the beginning. So thank you once again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
To our viewers out there, we'll be sharing HR Worx details with you. And until next time, stay safe.